Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most persistent myths in the marketing world, the idea that SEO is somehow free. We hear it all the time, but we're going to bust that myth wide open. So let's start with the big question right up front. Is SEO really this magical source of free traffic for your website? It's this dream that so many of us have, that if you just learn a few tricks, you can open the floodgates from Google without spending a single dollar. But is that really how it works? All right, let's tackle this head on. We're going to start by looking at this common belief for what our sources say it is, a complete myth about what it actually takes to have a successful SEO strategy. And you can see why this idea is so popular, right? I mean, who wouldn't want a super powerful marketing channel that brings in customers without touching the budget? It's this incredible promise of getting something so valuable for absolutely nothing. But as you're about to see, that's just not the whole picture. And there it is, just laid out, plain and simple. Our sources are really clear on this one. This one sentence completely flips the script on that common belief. It forces us to ask a totally new question. If it's not free, then what is it? Well, here's the reality. SEO isn't a freebie. It's not even just another line item cost. The right way to think about it is as a strategic business investment. And when you frame it that way, everything changes. And you got to pay attention to the words here. Words like deliberate, substantial, and planned. That tells you everything you need to know. This is not something you can just dabble in. To do SEO right, it demands serious financial planning and a real commitment of your resources. So if you have to commit resources, what are they? Where does the money or the effort actually go? Well, our sources break this investment down into three main pillars, and this is where you start to see the true cost of SEO. And here they are: time, tools, and talent. Just think of these three as the non-negotiable price of admission if you want to play the SEO game and actually win. You've got to invest in all three. So let's break each one down. First up, time. And this is a big one. SEO is definitely not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It takes hours upon hours of continuous work, from all the initial research and strategy to the hands-on implementation, and then the constant analysis to see what's working. That time is a very, very real business cost. Next up, the tools of the trade. Look, if you want to compete seriously, you need professional-grade tools. We're talking about software for tracking your rankings, auditing your website, analyzing competitors, all that good stuff. These platforms give you the data you need to make smart moves, and they all come with subscription fees that have to be part of your budget. And finally, the third pillar, which is often the biggest piece of the puzzle: talent. SEO is complicated, and it changes all the time. The people who are really, really good at it, the ones with deep expertise, they're incredibly valuable and in high demand. So whether you hire an agency, a consultant, or someone in-house, that skill comes at a premium price. And honestly, this quote just wraps it all up perfectly. SEO isn't free. You pay. You pay with your time, you pay for your tools, and you pay for talent. So you have to budget for it. The myth is officially busted. Okay, so we've busted the myth. Now what? What does this actually mean for you and your business? How does knowing this change the way you approach your marketing strategy and, maybe more importantly, your budget? It all comes down to this one simple but really powerful shift in your thinking. You have to stop seeing SEO as just another free tactic to check off a list. Instead, you have to start treating it like a core strategic investment, one that deserves its own dedicated financial plan. So what does this actually look like when you're planning your budget? Well, for starters, it means you have to accept that you must set aside real money for SEO if you want real results. It forces you to get specific and plan out your spending for those three pillars: time, tools, and talent, and make it a real part of your financial strategy, not an afterthought. And when you finally understand that SEO is an investment, it completely changes the conversation you have in your business. The question you should be asking isn't, can we afford to do SEO? The real strategic question is this: what is the return on investment we can get from this? And that is a much smarter and way more powerful question to answer.